Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing more Offroad Outlaws, but earlier today I did a lot of grinding. I got a lot more money. I upgraded the Bronco and got that up to what I wanted it to be for this video. Like, put the Baja front suspension on, the front independent, and I lifted it up a little bit higher, upgrade the engine a little bit more, put a stage 4 turbo on it. And then I bought the Volkswagen Bug, or the Volkswagen Beetle, and I lifted that a little bit. I haven't gotten mudding tires on it yet, which I want to. I did put the graphics into high, as you can see here. My graphics are on high, so it's probably going to be a little bit laggy for you. I might turn those. Yeah, I'm going to turn that down. I just turned the graphics up so I could see the detail of the truck, the Bronco over here better, which I'll show you in a second. Let me adjust my graphics. Okay, I got my graphics adjusted. So this is the Volkswagen Bug I was talking about. I put twin turbo kit on this, lifted it up, bigger tires and wheels on it with the bull horns, the snorkel. I'm gonna put these tires on it when I get a chance with the wording, but as you can see, they're $15,000 and I only have $624, so that won't really work right now. This is the Bronco over here. I put the paddle tires on the back and the traditional Baja front tires on it, so it's got a traditional Baja setup. And then I've got the whole paint scheme set up. So I've got the numbers on the side with the black pinstriping. I've got white and black pinstripe stripes over the roof, which you can't really see here because the hard top's white. But then they come down to the front here to another 66 on the hood. And you can see the inner pinstripes is the same size as the pinstripe around this. And the outer pinstripe is the same thickness as the pinstripe around this white stripe on the hood here. And it's lifted up more. It's got the independent suspension, so the wheels are actually as wide as the wheel wells now, and they're not in here. And then the Bug is the next thing I'm working on, because I've still only been playing this game for, the last video came out yesterday, and I recorded it yesterday. 3 hours though, and I'll unlock the second gen. So I might do a video on a second gen, like a hauling build, tow truck build. Not tow truck, just a trailer rig. Something to tow my trailers around with. 3 hours now, I unlock the Cat Eye too. I do a Monster Max, or I'm thinking more of a Baja rig, because these look cool, Baja rigs. I've got 3 more hours till I unlock the first gen. Another day and 3 hours before the XJ. And this truck, 13 days and 3 hours. I want this truck so badly. I've noticed that if you buy a truck with chrome or glossy paint, that you can sell it for more money. Not necessarily more than you bought it for, but more than it is worth with matte paint on it, which is a cool little detail they added. I haven't run this yet on the trails, as you can tell by it being not dirty at all and completely repaired. I'm also thinking of doing an enclosed trailer build. I wish that they would make the enclosed trailers goosenecks, because That'd be pretty cool to have an enclosed gooseneck trailer. This is the enclosed trailer I'm talking about. You can see its bumper pull. Here, just attached to the bumper. It's a tandem axle though, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna build one of these when I build the 2nd gen hauling truck. Here's the Baja rig. I've tuned the suspension quite a bit. Like dampening wise, the front's at 2512 and I think the back is maxed out. And travel and stiffness. Stiffness, the back's pretty low, but I'm pretty sure the front is maxed out on all of those. The tires aren't maxed out yet. I don't think they're going to be maxed out because I feel like that's a pretty good size for this truck. Trying to figure out how to get all my keybinds and stuff to stop showing up on screen. I'm not sure how to fix that. I don't even know if you guys can hear me with that engine running. I might as well leave it running. I'm just gonna turn the game audio down a little bit. Looks like you should be able to hear me. Oh, game's not showing up. There you go. So my keybinds should disappear, but for some reason, I'm recording with OBS. That's my recording software. See here, it's OBS. If I move the game capture up, you guys would see the black, which you're seeing right now. But if I move the game capture back down, display capture shows up. So I'm not sure how to fix that. Get that adjusted back on my second monitor here. Okay. So I just want to find a couple more crates so I can get some more money to do the wrap on the Volkswagen Bug. I'm going to do this same wrap. Literally, I saved this wrap, so I'm just going to load it onto that vehicle. I'm probably going to have to edit some stuff. But it should work pretty good. I don't know why this vehicle struggles going up hills. And it's got an almost maxed out engine, so that doesn't really make sense to me. There should be a crate over here. If I can't find a crate, then probably just cut this out till I find a crate. So I found 3 crates, and they only totaled up to $2 grand, which I think should be enough to put the wrap layers on this. So you see it, load the wrap. It's this one, I can actually remove that one. The only wrap I have. Oh, dang it. Well, I guess I'm going out to find more gold. Nah, I want to take the Bronco. It's more set up for Bajaing. That one's more set up for just mud racing, go fast in a straight line through deep mud. Let's hope we can get a couple good crates, because the last map, or the last load of this map, I only got 3 crates, and they didn't have anything over $600 in them. which really is not good. I'm hoping that there's a crate right around the corner here. If there isn't, then I'm going to cut until I find a crate again. If I find any crates. Nope, no crates. Okay, so this is the first crate I found right up here. Try and click on it. Okay, 5 gold. I don't think that's enough. I don't remember how much I had, but I don't think 5's enough. Just gonna check over this hill. Hopefully I find another crate real quick. Comment below if any of y'all play this and you have any consistently spawning crate locations like throughout the map. If you know anywhere where crate spawns consistently, comment down below. We could like DM or something. Text me a picture or whatever of where you find it. I don't think any of my subscribers, any of you guys, play Offroad Outlaws, but I'm not sure. If you do, maybe we could play together sometime. I might do like a live video in like a multiplayer open lobby. Just drag builds is what I'm gonna do next, I think. Oh, here's my next crate. I want to do some kind of drag build. Ooh, that should be enough. Some kind of drag build so I can race you guys if you play. Okay, 123 gold should be enough, I hope. Click the wrong thing. So, load this one, load. Yes, yes, load this one, load. Yes. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. A few things have to get adjusted. I have to change the paint scheme. This has to be black. And this has to be white. I got that nice white and black two-tone. Actually, white outer perimeter, and I forgot to change this to the orange that I have on the Bronco. Look at that. And the 66 has to be white. And up to this side, 66 white. I do have to move this all down onto the door panel, so. There should be good. Trying to get it as centered as possible. That looks pretty centered to me. Right about there. Then I have to use this side. I don't have a mouse pad, so the movement of my mouse is pretty jerky. There we go. Okay, and then I think I have to fix the pinstriping. All the colors on this one are going to be inverted from the Bronco. That. Maybe I should paint this red. Red might look better with the still inverted pinstriping colors, but red might look better as a base color. This one white, and this one black. I don't know why it looks crooked. Oh, it's because it is crooked. That looks straight. Does to me. There we go. Okay, now the colors on the hood, black has to become white. And the orange can stay orange. 66 can stay white. Perfect. I'm going to save this as inverted Baja. Should be close enough to what I want to call it. I'll figure it out when I know, or when I want to put this wrap on a vehicle. Oh my god, I have just exactly enough. If I didn't get that extra crate, I wouldn't have had enough to put the wrap layers on. Wow. Now I just hope that painting is free, which I think it is. It is. I hope. I like a nice deep, deep red like that, like a deep wine red. That looks really good and makes the black pinstriping stand out. Perfect. Perfect. Painting's free. Awesome. Okay. Now once I get the tires on this, it has to get lifted up a little bit more. I don't have enough money to lift it, but I might be able to. Nope. I was thinking I might have been able to upgrade the tires, but I can't. So I'm going to get a couple more crates in the Bronco here. And then I'll be right back to put the tires on, hopefully. So I was just riding around the desert trying to find crates, and I crashed the game. I'm trying to load it up here. I hope I didn't lose any of my saved progress. We'll know in a second. Well, seconds longer than I expected. Offroad Outlaws takes too long to load. Okay, Offroad Outlaws just finished loading back up. Looks like it saved the progress from the painting, but I still don't have any money. So, take the Bronco, we'll go out to the desert, and hopefully we'll find a couple crates real quick. Like, in the starting area, hopefully. Normally loads pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. Just make sure I'm on the game. 998 is what I press to. You can see my keybinds, I think. I have my numpad set up to control all of this and this right here, rather than the numbers on the top of my keyboard. It's the numpad, because it's easier to get to with my left hand, because my right hand's on WASD, rather than putting it right above to control everything. And I've got 7, 8, 9 are the top 3 on the numpad, so it's easiest to do those to the most used, like four-wheel drive, diff lock, and low and high range. Speaking of, growing up, I've always heard it called low and high range, high and low range, or high-low. Then, all of a sudden, I heard people calling it high-low gear. Do people call it gear, or is it high-low range? High range, low range, I mean, when I said that. High gear, low gear. Do people actually call it that? Where do you call it? Where you come from? Comment below. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine too. I know some of you won't. So there's no crates over there. I'm going to try over here. I'm going to hope to find one pretty soon. because I really want to put the tires on that thing. Take it out for a spin. I found that the mud in the rock crawling map, I think, is the deepest, or it's the thickest mud in the default maps, non-custom maps. Ooh, flag. I think I saw a crate. I saw 2 crates. It's like Easter. Can you spot the crate? Oh, there's 3. 1, 2, 3. That should be like 10 grand, I think, approximately. I didn't look at the numbers long enough to comprehend what they were, but I know the last one was 3,800. It's probably 8 or 9 grand. I'm sure I miss a crate every now and again. I'm sure you'll spot them and stuff, but if I don't see it and I leave the map, they disappear and respawn in different locations, so. Kind of hoping there's 1 more crate or 2 more crates down here so that I can get the tires. There's at least 1 right there. If I do have 10 grand, then that'll bump me up to 12. I should be able to afford the tires, I think, unless they're 15. I'm pretty sure they're 12 grand, I mean. Ooh, there's a crate back here. Crates spawn back here, but it's very rare. Can I click? There we go. Ooh, it had a lot of gold in it, too. Okay, so I got 15 grand. So, as long as the tires are under 16, I should be able to afford them. And you can buy 1 set of tires. Oh my god, they actually are 15. You can buy 1 set of tires and it buys 4 of them, essentially. So you can go to the back, and if you... Here, watch. I don't have them on the back here, and I haven't purchased them for the back, so I'll buy them for 15. Then if I go into customize tires and go to the back, I can go, and they're already owned. So you buy that tire in what you need for your vehicle. Now I had to put the tire lettering on there. I think it looks cooler. And I still have 132 gold left. So I'm going to max out my tires. And then make them as big as possible. Which really isn't that big on the Buggy. But like monster truck suspension, the top of the tire would be up here. It still looks cool this way. I max out my suspension and lift it up as tall as possible. It's going to be a mudding Buggy, so I want it to be pretty tall. Axis width up front, bring it all the way out. It should be close to the back. See this line on the floor here lines up with the center of the tread, but on the front tire here it lines up with like the edge. I'm going to move dampening 7709 front and back. It's close enough. And back travel and stiffness is up. I can move the... Actually, I'm going to move the axis width in a little bit, because I want it to be close to lining up the front. It looks pretty good. And the axis offset They say axis. I think they mean axle, because that's what I would call it. But this is the distance to the middle or back of the vehicle. So if I move it forward, it moves the back axle forward. If I move it back, it moves the back axle back. I want it back because then you're less likely to wheelie. It's only on some vehicles like Buggy, ATVs, and stuff. So now I'm going to play, and I'm going to go into Woodlands. First time I've been in Woodlands since I unlocked the desert. Okay, I'm in. I'm going to the first mud puddle I see just to see. Two-wheel drive, my diff's unlocked, high range. Okay, whopping 3 miles an hour. Although it doesn't, like, stop. Had say something, didn't I? It doesn't stop the vehicle, it stops the vehicle. But four-wheel drive. I'm just going to put it in low range so it's not really struggling. Of course, I haven't tuned the gears. If I tune the gears, then it'll be better in the mud. Like, it won't struggle as much. It's like 12 for a second there. Hitting 7 miles an hour averaging. I don't know if diff locks slow you down. I don't think they do. I need to put a manual gearbox in this too, because if I tune the gears, with the automatic, it's like a smart gearbox, so if it sees your engine struggling, it'll downshift, but it won't ever upshift a second in low range. This thing goes pretty fast. This is also the stock engine, like I haven't upgraded it. I put a turbo on it, twin turbo back here, you can see the turbos there. And the exhaust straight out the back. Put it in low range. Goes pretty well. Still need to tune it. If I wanted to run it in low range only, I could tune it to go faster in low. Could also tune low gear to be more torquey, which would be slower. There's one spot I want to test this. If I remember where it is, it should be this way. Oh, great. Nice. Ooh, $3,600. That's nice. Should be right over here. Not this. Also, with the new update, they made the mud and the tires chunky, so you can see it's actually packed in the tread, but it's chunky sticking out the side too now. The next update they need to make is the mud flying out of your tires and then your tread cleaning up and stuff. That'd be a cool update. Because it happens in real life, I know plenty about that. My quad, my tires fill with mud, and then when I'm driving fast, I fill my boots up with the mud chunks. Here's a mud puddle, but this isn't the one I was talking about. Up here where I am, there's normally 1 to 2 crates spawn. Like I said in the last video, I wish that they could do a automatic or a manual transmission that had the brake as reverse, so that you'd still be able to shift neutral through 6th and go gas pedal forwards, brake reverse, because it's just easier on keys and stuff, rather than having to downshift 8 times to go backwards from 6th. Then again, in Offroad Outlaws, they also don't have 6th gear. It's 1 through 5, or reverse through 5. I'm going to try it in the mud pit water area over there, but I see a crate. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get it. There we go. Ooh, $2,000. Even. Here's a mud pit, but this isn't what I'm talking about. I don't think this one's very challenging. It's more water than it is mud pit. Same with this one. I mean, all mud pits are going to be a challenge, but because that's just how the mud's coated in. They don't have, like, well, they have density or viscosity of the mud coated in, but it's only for custom maps. You can't change it, or they never changed it on the default maps. This hill, you can't make it up with a stock vehicle unless you go down there and you come at it at an angle. If you go straight up this in a stock vehicle, you're not even going to make it up that first lip. But there's normally a crate at the top of this hill here, so if I can go straight up this, of course, I'm going to try it in 2-wheel drive with my diffs unlocked, just low range. Doesn't make it, put it in front wheel drive, still doesn't make it, 4-wheel drive, and it makes it just fine. Unlocked diffs too, so it's a pretty good mud vehicle. Crate will spawn there occasionally, and right over this hill, I'm betting that a crate has spawned. Nope, one will spawn right here on the sand patch. Okay, so I made $8.5 that time. This vehicle does pretty good, but I still have to go to gear tuning. I'm going to bring low range, so the higher the number, the taller the gear, and the taller the gear, the more torque. The smaller the gear, the more speed, but less torque. So I want low gear to be as high as possible, and then first gear to be 2.3. Second gear could make bigger, so second gear would have more torque than first. I'm going to bump this down to 1.3. So that's a whole inch drop. I'm assuming it's inch because a gear 2 inches would be pretty big. And I think this goes up to like 5, so a 5-inch gear would be standard. Because if this was not inches, like it was like feet or something, it would be totally unrealistic. So I'm assuming these are all inch measurements. So if second's a 1.3, I'm going to make third a 1. The 1-inch tall gear. Fourth's going to be a 0.8. 0.9. Fifth will be a 0.8. Okay. Now, of course, I'd be able to tune this more if I bought or put the extra gold into making there more of a variety in the tuning. Like, if I leveled up my transmission, I'd have more this barred grow, like with the suspension tuning. But I don't want to put the gold into it because I think it'll be fine like this. Instead, I'm going to put the gold and cash into maxing out my engine. Almost maxing it out. Getting as close as physically possible to maxing it out without actually maxing it out. See, I've got a stage 2 turbo on it. Play, single player. See, I'm going to try the Rock Park. Yeah, let's go to the Rock Park. So this hill is deep mud, but it's not the mud puddle I was talking about. So the mud puddle I was talking about is this one here, this hill. It's really deep mud. Trying to get more than 7 miles an hour in first. I got hit 8, but I can easily do more. I could probably hit 9 in first gear, which doesn't seem very fast, but it's pretty good for a mud rig. Let me see if I can make it up this. That went so well. I'm going to put it in low range just for speed control. Kind of wish you could cut the bumper on this thing, because if you see the front bumper there, it sticks out. Actually, it really doesn't stick out that much. But if you have something that you're trying to put your wheel against, it's going to hit the bumper just barely. And if it goes just to the inside of your wheel, it's going to hit this whole light part of the bumper, the light support there. I'm going to go take it out of high. There's another mud puddle over here. I'm going to go try this thing in. And try and get up onto that rock cliff there, too. Slowed me down pretty slowly there, which is surprising. I don't know if my dampening is causing that bounce back there, or what that is. Yeah, upshift. It's really bouncy because with the dampening all the way up, and, well, it isn't, but with the dampening close to being all the way up, and then max stiffness with max travel, it basically rigidly mounts it, so it'd be like just putting a steel bar between the frame and the axle and placing the shock absorber. It's like having no suspension. This mountain here, I hate it so much because I've tried hundreds of times to make it up, and on my phone I made it up once. I've got pictures of it, of it sitting up here, but it's impossible to make it up because of how they have it all laid out. Now, of course, I'm probably going to try it with this and get right up it. Or not. You have to kind of back up to the side here, and then go forwards up onto this. And then once you get here, you got to kind of twist your vehicle around. Or like, no, not like this. Try and pop my vehicle up onto this cliff here. Now, very slowly, I turn it, then come out. No. Okay, here we are. And pop up on top of there, and then once you get a tire up there, you got to get your back tires up onto this rock here, which is hard with a shorter wheelbase vehicle like this. I'm now noticing. I don't think I'm going to make it up there. I have to build a drag vehicle, which might be the next video. I also need to build a rock crawler, like a dedicated, might even be a tracked rock crawler.